All right, so today we are working on our little Honda 600. This is a sedan. It's not this red one that you're seeing in the picture. It's the blue one up here on the lift. Excuse me. And I've been working on this a little bit in my free time. I'm waiting for some parts, and the thing was on the lift, so I thought, well, let's get some work done. So I'm happy to say that I've got an exhaust system on it now, and you can also see I got the blue wheels and tires on there. I'm going to try those out for a while and see how that goes. So let's get a little technical and show you what's going on. First of all, this has a Yamaha FCR engine in it, a sport bike engine. I tilted it back a little bit and I made a header, and everyone was saying, hey, your oil filter is too close to your header pipes there. Well, you're right. What I did is I tried at first kind of kinking this tube. Didn't do much. Got me, I don't know, a millimeter or two. I just simply bought a shorter oil filter. I had a motorcycle. It's kind of all janky and cranked up from me taking it off. Oil filter. I got a half length one. So the old oil filter stuck way out between the pipes there, and the new one has a lot more clearance. Should be fine. Not too worried about it. And then I used, put the oil filter back, a header off of a 750, I think it's a CB 750. That's what these pipes are off of. And I cut the merge pipe off of. So we got 4 pipes merging into 2. And then I cut the factory header collector off, lengthened these by a good 18 inches. So I'm giving my car a little bit more torque, I'm hoping. In a motorcycle, you don't have room for a long tube header like that. But I've noticed in all these microcars, if I lengthen the cylinder pulse area right after the collector or after where the pipes kind of come together, you can gain torque. You can feel it. I don't know how much it is. Maybe it's 2 foot-pounds, 5 foot-pounds. I don't know. Oh darn, there's my phone. I'll be right back. Okay, so where were we? We were talking about header length. Anyhow, I lengthened these primary dual tubes about 18 inches before they go into a stainless steel Y, and then basically from here it's 2-inch on back. I use one of these Audi clamps so that if I ever need to work on the exhaust system, I can simply unclamp it, which is kind of nice. I did want to run the exhaust system up and through this tunnel area and use a resonator such as this one up in the tunnel. I just couldn't do it simply. And I know clearance is a bit of an issue, so I just ran it underneath the floorboards instead of in the tunnel. And I know that's not the best, but it's going to have to work. Then to a turbo muffler in the factory muffler area. I didn't use the factory muffler hanger. I actually made one. It's pretty trick. It's right up in there. I should turn my light on so you can see it. But it's basically a hook, kind of a hanger on a rubber insulator. And then from there, the turbo muffler goes up and over the exhaust. I'm sorry, up and over the exhaust, goes up and over the fuel tank, and then directly out the back in the center as a zoomy pipe. That's what I was looking for. So I'm anxious to get this thing started and try it out. I've got everything just tacked. In other words, I've just got 2 tacks on all the joints in case I totally hate the system or hate the sound. Typically, turbo mufflers offer a deep sound. They do control the sound well, and I don't know if it's going to be too restrictive. The exhaust path is an S shape. It does this inside the muffler. And although they flow really well, and that's designed for, possibly a V8 car, I don't know how it's going to work on an 11,000 RPM screaming bike engine. So I'm hoping that my design elements will allow this thing to get full potential and still be quiet yet be heard, if you know what I mean. I want it to sound like a motorcycle, but a bit subdued. I don't want it to just destroy my ears. So that's what we got going on with the little Honda N600 with the bike engine. It's coming along. You'll have to excuse some of the roughness here. This is all prototype stuff that will get cleaned up as time goes on. You can see one of my CV boots let go right there. It's sort of trial and error. I got to get a new one of those on there. The angle of the axles I'm not super impressed with. I made the whole, this sprocket system, or the differential, is a carriage. It can completely pop out for service if you just undo the chain. I wanted it that way so I could tighten the chain, maintain the differential. The differential is grease filled. It's the factory Honda 600 that's been had all the holes welded up and just some grease nipples put in there. So I'm going to need to service it at some point in time, and I need to design a system that works, although it is a bit rough. I hope you can forgive me there. Also, in welding, I made another crucial mistake. I welded my pliers, you can see that, to my exhaust pipe. It's kind of embarrassing. Anyhow, got that figured out. Stella is telling me something. I don't know what she's telling me, but I'm probably going to wrap this video up, and the next one will be of me starting up this car and seeing what it sounds like. I'm really anxious to hear what it sounds like. I think it's going to be great. All right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.